For us, security is really just an observe and report. We can try and deter any criminal activity, or whether it's public or whether it's an offender that's doing the incident. It's high stress, and then it can get verbally to a point, and then it can actually get hands-on.
It's about people's lives and ensuring that people come to work and go home again. There's been a few incidents here where people haven't gone home after going to work, and I certainly don't want that for our business. The business started around about 2011, predominantly as an events business. The business then grew. We provide security services to over 5,000 customers. We're part of the New Zealand, security business now. We're probably maybe the fourth biggest company. It's about growing, it's about developing, and it's about putting processes and plans in place to develop us so that we are one of the major players. And I guess this is where we've come to now with some of the systems that we're integrating into the business.
We're here at West City, Waitakere. A lot of things change daily, so the guys just have to be adaptable to what they see, what's in front of them. Also what's historical, so what's happened yesterday may not happen today, but it's still good to know that they can do that. They can learn from the lessons of yesterday and work on things today.
So if you look at a mall where you've got thousands of people potentially coming in, anything can happen at any time. Where you go to a large arena or a sports stadium, it's just about knowing that if something does happen, what are we going to do about it? And having processes in place, conducting training, making sure that everyone's comfortable with what their role is.
We are on other people's sites, so we don't actually have control of that site. We're working a lot with other people, other health and safety managers, other businesses, and not everyone's health and safety system or standard is the same as ours. And I think that's been the biggest thing, is trying to really work with ones that value safety as much as we do as well, or are open to transforming their safety like we are. It's not just about the workers, it's also about the clients, to make sure that we can provide a safe environment for the workers.
Well, a big thing for us is high alert, and then situational awareness is knowing what's going on 360. I've always tell the guys, look, we not only just need to know what's going on around us, we need to know what's going on 100 metres in front of us. It's hard to read sometimes. You get to a situation where you're escorting out somebody because they've been prior trespassed from the site. You walk them out, and then all of a sudden they'll just flick the switch and flip.
Recently there was a patrol person over here that got killed while they're on duty. So we just need to make sure that we do everything that we can in our power to ensure the safety of our people, from whether it's stab-proof vests to cameras and things like that. So there's so much technology coming out now. AI is becoming quite business-wide. So it's about us getting involved in that as well. When I first started here, we were doing stuff on Excel spreadsheets, and I guess safety wasn't something that we had a lot of information. There are times where we've been asked what's happened historically, and it was pulling out Excel spreadsheets and trying to go back through and all that.
I managed to kind of streamline document procedure, which was basically just a glorified online platform of a form, and streamline that just with QR codes for then. So then it kind of slowly showed that the direction of where we're going. So QR codes, using phones, reporting incidents, taking photos, that was the start, and then it was just changing the system. So that was the first thing that when I came I said safety has to be so simple. All they should really need to worry about is just reporting if something happened to them. If there's a hazard or anything that they feel like could cause harm, report it, tell it to someone, just share it. I didn't even care what they reported. I didn't care if it was a duck crossing the road. I just said, just report whatever you feel like, because that builds the culture of providing a safe network.
I'm in Donesafe daily, because that's our reporting system. That's what we give to our client to be able to let her know of the incidents that happened on the day. I got to know it well first, so I got to know how to use it, how to report it myself before I could transfer it to the team. Being able to show the team that I can use it, help them being able to use the program too, because it wasn't just something I pushed onto them and said, look, you got to do it. I do it myself. I've done multiple incident reports. Once the incidents happen, the boys will report from Donesafe. So they'll do the report, it'll come to me, I'll view it for health and safety purposes, and then if it's a real major incident, they'll call straight away. They'll call straight away on the mobile phone, security mobile phone, to let us know then this has happened on site, which activates either myself as a manager to get down to site, or the closest manager to site.
When we do see something that doesn't look right, it's about reporting that, and it's about how do we do that. What are the mechanisms for ensuring that if I see something that doesn't look quite right, how am I going to let the next person coming along know a door might be locked that should be unlocked? There's lights that aren't going that should be going. Okay, so now what do we do with that? Then we report that, so that can then be passed on to our team so they know something's out, but also we can escalate that through to the customer to say there might be a light or two that you need to fix, and there's an emergency door there that's got stuff in front of it.
It's been 6 months now since we've had Donesafe up and running, so I think West City, for example, we were able to track more about knife-related incidents, the time of day, when it was happening, coupled with talking with the guards. So after an incident, talking to them, understanding what was happening, and from the data and the feedback showing, after 2 p.m. on a Thursday, Friday, when we go down to a guard, that more incidents are happening. The workers on the ground telling us that they actually need a third person on the ground, so changing the roster to ensure that there's cover there, and we've now seen a decrease in those incidents and the severity of those incidents. So that's the key of the data, seeing it and changing it, and we were able to capture that in basically 3 months. Even just giving them, risks and the controls and just the documents, and now with hazards, we'll be able to get more of that proactive data in to kind of capture what's happening before anyone gets hurt.
This is us coming into the 21st century. We're growing. We know that there's more opportunities out there for us, and I think by having systems like this in place, it will allow our people to feel more confident. We'll give them the competency of being able to report, and what we've found is that our stats have gone up higher, and I'm good with that because it means people are reporting.